I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in a section of the city called Logan. Logan is one of the most underserved communities in the city of Philadelphia, and it's been that way since the 70s. My childhood was a joyous childhood of trials and tribulations and just dealing with some of the ills of poverty. And the one thing that I really am so fortunate to have, I had great friends, and Bill Keene and I would be at Barrett's playground until midnight playing basketball and just talking about life and how we wanted to have our fingerprints on changing our current conditions in regards to poverty. When you're growing up in poverty and you're looking at your future, you're going against competing forces. Education, which is the long-term goal, long-term success. The short-term ills in poverty in regards to seeing, drug dealers with fancy cars, people walking around with a lot of money. And so sometimes you could eat that poison and become a victim of the streets. So I started to find an outlet in regards to, looking at my future, and it came through education and with great mentorship. However, with the School Segregation Act, we receive a bus fare to go to schools outside of our neighborhoods. And I'll tell you, it was a war zone. Coming from Logan and walking into Frankfurt, it was just difficult. So I spent more time looking at how I could protect myself. Education was like not even in my peripheral vision at all. But I had an eye-opening experience. When I was standing in front of a judge as a juvenile offender, I was truant. I had lots of discipline in regards to suspensions. And the judge said to me, he said, you're a mess. It built a ferocity within me to want to be excellent at everything because I had experienced failure once. I wanted to be excellent. And that's when this plane took off. Growing up in poverty, the norm is failure. The expectations are low. What's different is when you do drink the Kool-Aid, waking up each day to live, not waking up ready to die. You use your story as the bait, as the motivating factor for your children. And if you don't have a story, you listen to the children and you take that classroom space and that leadership space and you magnify the children's issues and purpose. There's nothing that the educational system can put before, in the forefront of a child that's rougher than growing up in poverty. So no matter how tough the lesson is, you have to be able to pull on that student's inner strength to say, you've been through tougher stuff than this. When you're educating children, you're educating them in regards to their potential. I say, you are the future. Take it seriously. Having that belief in children, whereas they know that you are their champion and it's authentic, they will jump, leap, run, pull, push to meet high expectations. I want to make sure when we're looking at education, which is something larger than ourselves, that same energy you came through that door with on day one, year one, that energy should be there last day, year 40. Just think, 40 years, that's 4 generations of children.